And good morning, people. Welcome back to the Legend of Dragoon. We have escaped Helena Prison after fighting off the warden, Frigel. We are sort of being chased though, and we can't exactly head to Cellars because, let's face it, they know we're going to go that way. So let's head off to a different place. Lavitz has suggested Indoors Castle in Bale. But to get there, we sort of need to cross a river. We tried to take the tree up there, but that sort of went down the cliff, so not really something we can do. Let's check out that river again. Who knows? We might see something that we missed before. Maybe we've seen something. I suppose we can cross that. That's the tree that we chopped down, isn't it? It's definitely looking that way with all the with the cut that's at the bottom there. Oh, we'll take it. It allows us to get across. That's all that matters. Well, let's move on. And, well, fights are still going to happen. I haven't exactly bought charm potions to stop these things from happening, and I really don't want them to. Well, this is a camera angle I do not want. Okay, thank you. That one should do fine. Vampire Kiwis. New enemy, still sort of based off of a enemy, a Kiwi. Just a vampire version. Got wings and likes to drain your health when it's low. It will, when it's in the red, it will sort of suck out your life, basically. That's why it's vampire. One thing about enemy elements that really hasn't been shown a whole lot, but is really important to know, is they tend to like to go after something that they are strong against. So these vampire Kiwis, I know they attacked darts and Lavitz, but they're more inclined to head for Shana because Shana is light based, while these are darkness, so they're likely to do more damage to Shana. Same with the mole, because it's earth based, it's more likely to go for Lavitz because he's wind based. If there was a water element over there, it will go for dart, likely most. That's the way it tends to work. It's not a sure thing. They do go after other party members, but usually the priority, if they can get an advantage, they will go for that advantage. You're in yellow. I'm going to let you survive for a little bit longer because you might show the drain attack. You definitely won't because you're dead. Yeah, blood sucking. And yeah, going after Shana because that's the opposite element to the vampire Kiwi. now. Oh yeah, something else I actually need to do before I forget. I went the entire second half of the part last time because I had forgotten it. But I need to give something to Shana. We received a accessory in the fight against Frugel. We really should equip that to Shana. The Night Shield raises physical defense power slightly. It's an increase of 5, I think. No, increase of 10, which isn't a lot, you might think, but that's actually, considering she's only got 15 at the moment, puts her up to 25, which brings her in quite the range of Lavitz. Actually gives her more defense than Lavitz. Sure, it does mean that Dart's a little bit behind, but we haven't really increased his equipment yet. He's base equipment from the very start of the game. We haven't given him anything extra. Plus he has more hit points than Shana, so yeah, Shana gets this. It's a stat that she will lack throughout the entire game. She's getting the Night Shield for the moment. That should help her survive a little bit longer with her lower health. Angel's Prayer, just in case we need it. Oh, hello there. And who might you be? Okay. The enemy, but you escaped from Sandora. Does that really make you an enemy? Wouldn't that put you more along the lines of someone looking for help from the other side? If you escaped from Sandora, how did the Knights destroy? I think this man has got a little bit too much, I'm going to say frustrations about having to leave his home. So he's really looking for a thing to for anyone to blame, and Lavitz just happens to be here. Kazas couldn't stand living there and ran away. Don't need to excuse yourself though. Lavitz is a nice guy. He really is. Honestly, Lavitz will do anything for anyone. Food for people. He's a knight through and through. He will do anything for anyone. He's pointing. He's given food. He's pointing direction. And he's even offering them a place to stay. He doesn't know these people. These are people that are technically on the other side, even though they've escaped. He doesn't know them. They could be spies for all intents and purposes. He's letting them in without a second thought. There is a little bit of a path here, but As far as I'm aware, that has nothing in it. So off we go. And yeah, I don't know if we actually see them later, but yeah, they do go to Lavitz's house later on in the game. They are there. They do live there with his mother. Changing in scenery though. We're now not in the south of Serdio, we're in a new little area, the north of Serdio. South of Serdio tends to be under the control of Sandora. Even more so with the fact that Celes is sort of under their control as well now. North of Serdio is more the Duchy of Basil. Do I want to go into this now? Yeah, let's go. Let's go. The Limestone Cave. We got a message earlier from the woman in Cellars just before we left, saying that this was the way to Indal's castle. This is the way we're going. Time to pick up some items. Detonate rock. Detonate rocks are non-elemental damage, if I remember correctly. I think it's literally just you throw it and it does damage. Yeah, attack detonates and attacks all. It's not a multi-item. It's really just an item that you throw, it does damage. Non-elemental damage. It's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. It's not something that I usually use. That's something I usually sell because of what it is. You really want, if you're going to throw items, you really want a multi-item to throw. Screaming bats and the ugly balloon. This area is notorious for introducing something. And that is namely status effects. We haven't seen status effects at all in the past, in the entire game so far. This place brings it to you. The Screaming Bat, that ultrasonic I think does fear. The ugly balloon brings in poison, and a lot of the enemies in this area poison. When they go down to half health, they bring out the poison. Case in point, hazardous gas. I have no way of actually dealing with that. Do I? That's not exactly nice. Luckily, poison doesn't affect you out of battle. It does linger. It does linger between battles, but it doesn't affect you out of battle. It only affects you in battle, that you take 10% of your damage every turn. Yeah, as you can see, Lavitz is now flashing poison. Nothing I can do about it really, so we're going to have to live with it, and we're going to do a bit of sliding. You can direct yourself a little bit on that to get to these items, and that's exactly the one I wanted first. Longsword. It's a 5 attack increase. It's not much. It doesn't put him up to Lavitz's level, but it does increase his damage. And I think we can just get to this one up normally. Not quite. Just straight. Okay. And 20 gold. Nice. Stepping stones. Pity I didn't get to them, but that's... we'll just have to deal with it. Another enemy that likes to poison. The slimes. Luckily these are nowhere near as dangerous as the balloons. And yeah, there's that 16 damage, 10% of his hit points. You can guard it to get it back, but I'm not going to do it just now. Because we are going to be healing up very soon. How so? Well, you'll see. We've got to get through something first, namely these stepping stones. Yep, Shana, be careful not to slip. Yep. Let's not tell the other person that they really should. We can't exactly go back either. But we can just spend a little bit of time to get these enemies, these items. Total vanishing. Total vanishings are interesting items. Destroys minor enemies. You use it in a battle and it kills minor enemies. Not all enemies. There are some enemies in normal battles that are resistant to this. I think when you use this you don't get any experience. I'm pretty certain of that. Body purifier, I can use that to get the poison away from Lavitz, but I'm not going to. Shana's over safe, and yeah, we told Shana to be careful. We didn't exactly tell Lavitz, did we? Let's not have Lavitz fall to his doom, please. Oof, okay, that was close. Second time? Well, I guess the first time is we can count him coming to Lavitz's aid in Helena prison. Just around, yeah, but at least you was around. And, are you just ignoring Shana, you two? Guys, Shana is right there. You don't want to bring her in? Leave her, why don't you? Shana, good luck with those two. As for how we're resting up, these things. These things are amazing. Rock fireflies. Whenever you need these are exactly where you need them to be. Ones close to a battlefield are helpful. Don't just chat amongst yourself. Give Shana a bit of a demonstration, why don't you? Rock fireflies are full heal. That's terrible. Good for you, Shana, for doing that. He's been pretty much ignoring you with Lavitz just a moment ago, and now he's sort of just saying that you've learned one thing. Shana's learned quite a bit, so yeah, keep some information from him. Why don't you? I think Lavitz is getting the wrong idea, though. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. We've got to go to Bale. But yeah, rock fireflies, whenever you need them, they will be there. Well, the most important places that you need them, they will be there. And they are absolutely wonderful. Lavitz should be free of his poison. He's not. I thought that cured poison. I really thought that would cure poison. I've learned something. I've learned one thing. Another burnout. Nice. Why doesn't that not cure poison? I thought it did. Huh. I guess it doesn't matter in the long run. Because I do want that poison cured. I am also hoping for a sort of drop from one of these enemies, the slime or balloon. I think it's the balloon that drops it, but there's an item that I would like them to drop. If I get another body purifier, I am going to use it on Lavitz, but I'm not going to use just the one I've got so far. And I've got the rock fireflies right there, so I'm not worried about losing any health. We're going to defend with you, Shana, because the balloon isn't in yellow, so it won't poison. And there goes that. I think the drop is pretty rare though, so it might not happen, but I would like one. Additions. Almost done with double slash. Let's switch over to spinning cane for Lavitz. We've got one level 1 harpoon. That's enough for now. We'll move on to spinning cane for the time being. And this is 100 gold. Not too bad for a little bit of a hop along some rocks. And we're going to go back to the rock fireflies to get the health back. Yeah, it's not much, but Lavitz is poisoned. Let's keep him topped up. Uh, yeah, I think I want to go this way first. Not this particular. Yeah, I changed the camera angle from this quite a bit because I hate that camera angle. Orcs. We've had goblins. Now we've got orcs. They're all darkness based. Oh, well, there's a miss. So they do like to go after Shana, mostly. And that spinning cane. This is also why I've put the Night Shield on Shana. Yeah, these two, they're actually fairly fast. The Screaming Bats have pretty high evasion, so you're not going to kill them all the time and pretty fast. The Orcs are around about the same speed as Lavitz. But they all go after Shana, so that extra defense is quite helpful. Again, not all the time, but yeah, they like to go after Shana. Orcs have quite a bit of health. They're more physical based, so they have more health but less on the way of magic. But everything dies when their hit points hit 0, so that is fine. Ah, charm potion. Woo. Lavitz isn't poisoned anymore. I'm confused. Did it just sort of time out? No, I don't want to go that way. That's the way forward. We want to go up the back here. We might get into a fight before we get in there. No. We will get a fight on the way back. We want to catch this creature. It will continue going round and evade us for quite a while. We could do this probably for a long time, but you might notice that there's this rock here that will allow it will never go along those rocks, so it allows us to get a little bit closer. There we go. And I will take the item that you have here, please. Very much I want the item that's here. Poison Guard. This is going on to darts. This is going on to dart. It stops the wearer from getting poisoned. 100%. Yeah, I want it on dart at the moment, but it will be going on to Shana shortly. That's the drop I was hoping I'd get from a balloon. One of the ugly balloons. Because I would like to, maybe 3. Whether I get that drop is a very different matter. I don't usually have a whole lot of luck with that. No poison guard there. That's fine. If I have to go into the fight I'm going to go into very soon with just the one, I'll have to deal with just the one. I have a body purifier. Just the one, don't I? Yeah, just the one, but that should be enough. Let's get into one more fight. No, let's save the game on a fresh set of steps. Give myself one more attempt to get a poison guard. Gave me a chance to get my health back. So next time we're going to head a little bit further into this limestone cave. Maybe we'll reach the Indor's Castle in Bale next time. It's possible. We'll see what happens. Until then, have a wonderful day. Have lots of fun. Goodbye.